Welcome to mathematics class with Flash Isaac. Today I'll be teaching you fraction, decimal and percentage. So fraction, decimal and percentage. What are the importance of fraction, decimal and percentage? What is a fraction? What is a decimal? And what is percentage? Because if I should ask you what is percentage, you say percent na, percent. Or what is fraction? You say fraction na, it's fraction. So we need to know the definition of these things, what they really are. In case you are asked in a standard exam or you are teaching somebody, you should know how to explain these stuff to them. So fraction is simply a number that divided by another one. That's what a fraction is. So fraction, decimal and percentage are ways we represent numbers. And fraction, it has the upper part and the lower part. The upper part of a fraction is referred to as the numerator, while the lower part is the denominator. No, meaning for every fraction, you have the numerator and you have the denominator. Sometimes the numerator can be greater than the denominator, while sometimes the denominator can be greater than the numerator. So in this case, this is a proper fraction. In this case, this is an improper fraction. Now that's fraction for you. And decimal, it's simply a number in base 10. In my tutorial on number basis, I explained the various number system. You can have base 2. When the number is base 2, it means the highest is 1. That means 0, 1. That's a number in base 2. When the number is in base 3, they are 0, 1, and 2. So the highest number is 2, and there are 3, 1, 2, 3. So decimal is the base 10 system, meaning it contains numbers from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you count this, these are 10 digits. So this base 10. And in our day-to-day life, we count in base 10. You say 50,000, 70,000, 80,000 naira. So these are numbers in base 10. So there are other number systems like base 2. In base 10, 1 plus 1 equals 2. But in base 2, since we have just 0 and 1, and I ask you 1 plus 1, you can't 1 plus 1, you can't have 2, because the maximum you can get is 1, meaning 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. So to know the outcome of this, or how it comes about, you can check my video on number system. I explained all these things. And another thing is percentage. Percent simply means divided by 100. That is the meaning of percent. Divided by 100. So if I say 50%, it means 50 over 100, which you can further break down to 50 divided by 50 is 1, 100 divided by 50 is 2, which is 1 over 2. So that's 50%. So now let's say fraction half. This is half, 1 over 2. Then in decimal, half is 0.5. That's what half is. In percentage, half is 50%. So the half of the 100% is 50%. So this is half in percentage. Meaning you can convert from fraction to decimal, from decimal to percentage. Is that cool? Fine, let me go over again. There are ways we represent numbers in mathematics. So I can decide to say, okay, 1 over 2, or 2 over 3, and so on. I can decide to say, okay, 0.5, 2.3. I can decide to say, okay, 20%. So while this is fraction, this is decimal, and this is percentage, they have their uses. In fraction, you can say, It's almost half. It's remaining half. That means I've taken one part, it's remaining the other part. I can say 2/3 of students are not serious. Okay, so that is fraction. But coming to say 0.5 of students are not serious, it doesn't really make sense. So in usage, I think when you're talking about money, it's good to use decimal or decimal point. You can say, okay, 2.3 million. You've heard that. 1.5 M. So that makes sense. You can see the use of decimal now. Then percentage, in when JAMB releases results or WAEC, they will tell you that 20% failed mathematics, 30% passed English. So you see that percentage, it means 20%, meaning 20 over 100 or 20 divided by 100 of the total number. So if there were 50 students who wrote the exam and they tell you that 20% failed, so 20 over 100 times 50. This is the percentage, this is the number of persons writing the exam. So if you do this goes, 2 times 5 will give you 10. Meaning 10 persons out of 50 failed the exam. That's 20%. So we've now seen the use of fraction, decimal, and percentage. Now, you may be given numbers in fraction to convert to decimal, or in decimal to convert to fraction. So next, I'll teach you conversion, how to convert from fraction to decimal, from fraction to percentage, or from decimal to percentage, from percentage to decimal, and so on, and the uses of all those stuff. I will also show you the commonly used decimals, fractions, and percent. Is that okay? Okay, I'll stop here for now. Check my other videos on conversions, how to convert fractions, decimals, and percentage. Thank you. Straight up.